Hey guys, Mo Morales here, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the Fujifilm X-T2. This camera here is one of my most returned to cameras that I own or have owned over the course of my life. I always try selling it, but something about this trans sensor always brings me back. So, about a year ago, I had sold it again, and then late last summer, 2022, I repurchased it for about 500 bucks, including the kit lens, a great deal. And then the XT5 came out, and I had gas. I had the need to go buy the XT5. I actually went as far as pre-ordering it, and then something funny happened. The camera store I ordered it from was backlogged, and they could not fulfill my order going into what would have probably have been January. So I told them, you know what, don't worry about it. Cancel my order. And then if I want it, once it's more readily available to the streets, I'll go ahead and pick it up. And I battled with that forever. Do I want all those megapixels? Do I want the look and feel of the XT5? And when I say look and feel, I mean the image coming off of the sensor. While there's zero wrong with the images coming off the sensor, it's the look coming off the sensor that I was referring to. Something about the XT2's sensor and the way it produces JPEG images or RAW images that has completely kept me coming back to the XT2. This past weekend, I went out just to do some street photography, and the photos that you're going to see as I'm talking here are not photos that are mind blowing, the greatest photos ever made or taken, or even the best action ever captured. But you know what, though? It still was a great feeling to me when I saw the images that I captured with this camera. This is a camera I believe came out in 2017. I'll put the correct year here. Um, and it's 24 megapixels. It weighs, with the kit lens, it weighs about 2.5 pounds, and I'm very happy. Speaking about the kit lens, this is one of the best lenses that are out there in the market, and you could buy it sub $300. It is. It has a 2.8 aperture all the way to an f4 through its variable zone, and you cannot say it is not a great lens. Now, is it the equivalent of the 16 to 55 f2.8? No, no, no. But you know what? We're not shooting that, right? You and I, we're out here taking this camera to the streets to travel, to have an option. Because if I wanted great photos, no disrespect, Fuji, I would take my Sony a7 IV that I'm filming with my full barrages of lenses, but this is where Fuji wins. I don't have to carry all this big massive weight on this a7 IV, the 70 to 200, all those big boy lenses that are so heavy but amazing, because I have everything I need to travel with right here. This is it. This kit here. I even have the 23 millimeter f2. I'm sorry, the 23 millimeter f 1.4, the new version that came out about a year or two ago, and I love that lens too. But I'm gonna be honest with you, if I go street photography, that either stays home or stays in my pouch. I take that with me when I'm specifically looking for that blown out background look, and I want the 1.4. Other than that, the XT2, the XF 18 to 55, this is all you need in 2023 to enjoy travel photography or, street photography. It's not an assuming camera. People do not get intimidated by this look. And actually, it's a conversation piece. When they start seeing all these dials on top, they're like, oh, wow, is that a real old camera? How old is that camera? And I'm like, nah, son, this camera ain't old. It just looks that way. And then I bring him into the Fuji school of life. Now, we can't talk about the XT2, the XT1, the XT3 if we don't mention battery life, right? Honestly, it is the worst battery life I have on any camera that I've owned in the last 6 years. That's not true. Probably the X100F series. I'm sorry, the X100 series. That battery might have been just a little bit worse. But so I think the only camera that had worse battery life than this was the SX10, And that, to be fair, is using the same battery that the XT2 is using, but it has IBIS and it has the bigger sensor, so there's more draw on the battery than on the XT2. And you know what? With the upgrades, the updates, software updates that come out throughout the years, it has improved battery life. Is it improved to the point that you and I will never complain about it? No, no, no. Even the XT3, the newer camera, has a little bit better battery life, but nothing that you're going to sit there and notice it like, wow, I got 2 extra hours on the XT3. No, that's not going to happen. You'll probably get an extra half an hour or something like that. Either way, if you're questioning the XT2 in 2023, stop questioning it. It's an affordable, powerful camera. Get it. Or don't. That's your choice. Either way, thanks for stopping by. Take care. Until next time, this is your Uncle Mo. Be good.